It's Freaky Friday. It is Clemson Sports News Live here from the studios of Clemson Sports News with Tiger Tidbits, episode number 16. Going to go over last night's excitement. I mean, did you guys stay up? I was up late last night. Late. I'm talking 3 o'clock in the morning before I saw the bed. Had to get an article up after the games for each of the games, but we got staff members in Raleigh, staff members in Austin sending us stuff. So I'm sitting here at Clemson Sports News Central gathering all the data, photographs, articles. So I've spent the night editing and getting photos and articles back out onto the website and then sharing them back into our social media feeds for you folks. So you have it this morning when you woke up. But what an exciting night last night. How about that baseball game? That was a back and forth struggle between two very determined baseball teams. It was small ball. You saw a couple dingers from each team, but I mean, it was a lot of small ball in there. That squeeze play was one of the greatest plays I've seen Clemson pull off in a long time. It was really a gutsy call, the way they set that up. The pitching performance was amazing because I mean, it was two different games. If you kind of watched it, a great baseball game, absolutely competitive. They get the day off today. They take on Georgia Tech tomorrow at 1 p.m. Georgia Tech's the number one seed. Tigers are. Let's see here. I think with the win over NC State, the Tigers are now, let's see here. Let's see what they're standing at. Let me see. That's our box score. Let me get my story up. One sec here, guys. Okay, here we go. Yeah, Tigers are now 43-15 overall. That 7-6 victory over number 20 NC State in the ACC tournament at Durham's Athletic Park Thursday night. The Tigers, who upped their record to 2-0 in the ACC tournament, won the fifth game in a row and improved to 43-15 on the season. Wolfpack, who are 0-1 in the tourney, dropped to 33-19 in the year. So there you go. That's that game. The softball game that followed it, if you stuck around, because the 9 o'clock first pitch was delayed by like an hour and a half. So as it timed out, right when baseball ended, about 30, 45 minutes later, first pitch happened for softball. Well, actually, they got a pitch or two in at around 9 o'clock and lightning delay on the first batter. So they got into the game, and it was at the first three innings, Texas had the advantage. Their leadoff batters were really taking advantage of things and getting some stuff done. A lot of speed on the base pass. But I think about the fourth inning, Tigers took over. I think they scored 3 in one inning, 4 in the next. A couple innings later, took a 7-4 lead into the late innings and ended up winning the ballgame by 7-4. It was super regional victory for the young Clemson program, who's now 48-12. It came at nearly 1:30 a.m. Eastern time last night by the time the game was over. The game started at 9 p.m. and had just 4 pitches in it before it went to a nearly 90-minute weather delay. So I was right, yeah. Leadoff hitter Alex Brown led the Tigers with 3 hits, and Matty Moore added 2 more hits and an RBI, and each scored 2 runs. Julia Noller picked up a crucial 2-run double in the 6th inning to help give Clemson a cushion, and Brooke McCubbin was able to work the final 3 innings in relief of Reese Basinger, who improved to 18-5 on the season. It was Cubbin's 5th save of the season, which tied Clemson's single-season saves record. After Brown started the Tigers off with a single to left field, Clemson and Texas entered into the lightning delay. After returning, Clemson battled to 2 full counts, but Texas defense forced Brown to strand off and fly outs in the ground out. The Longhorns capitalized in the bottom half of the inning. After an out was reviewed and overturned and a bunt was hit back to Basinger, and a fielding error by the Tigers allowed the original runner to take extra bases and make it 1-0 in Texas' favor. That's kind of how the first inning played out. It was an ugly little defensive error that caused an unearned run. But the pitching performance after that was immaculate. I thought the Tigers' pitchers were great last night, both Basinger and McCubbin. McCubbin really came in and shut the door down. At one point, he had the bases loaded, and then he shut them right out. But gotta be proud, guys. Super, super proud of where this softball and baseball programs have come to in the last couple of years. I mean, softball in year 5, here we are, threatening tonight with a win at 9 o'clock, first pitch. If they win tonight, they're going to Oklahoma City into the World Series. Good for them. That would be awesome. If they lose tonight, they still have tomorrow, to possibly go in. But they've got a chance here. They got a really good chance here. 2 games to win 1. To get themselves into Oklahoma City in their first World Series appearance in their 5th year of the program. What a job by John Rittman. What a job. I mean, look at all the pieces he had to replace off last year's squad, the squad that built the foundation of the program. They all had to be replaced. But just a great job. You got to clap your hands about that all day long. And I'm going to tell you, Eric Bakich, he's had holes all year long. We knew coming into the season this team was lacking starting pitching. Then you had the injuries happen to the freshmen. And then you saw this team kind of change its dynamic. You didn't see the same Cam Canarella you had last year as far as offensively at the plate. He wasn't as productive, with bigger hits, home runs, doubles, triples, but he still was productive. You found other ways to score. Like last night, man. Again, I'll go back to the squeeze play. I mean, they set that thing up to play before by not advancing the runner at first when they could have. Because in the play before, it was a double steal on. Guy ran to third. He could have took off to second, but he left him there. Left him there on purpose to do the squeeze play. Because it forced the infielders to look at three different options before they made that throw. So there you go. Absolutely excellent job last night coaching. Now, to get to the news of the day, Friday. Every Friday from this point forward is sponsored by Stoner's Joint Pizza. We got a Friday pie of the week. Every Friday from this point forward with Stoner's Joint Pizza in Clemson, and they are located nationwide, by the way. We're worldwide. We're all over the world with this show. People, there's Tiger fans all over the place. Find the Stoner's Joint in your nearest neighborhood. Just Google them. They're there. They're a national chain now. They showed up in Clemson a few months back. They got in touch with us. We dropped them on the website. Erica, the head of marketing, came to us, and we jumped right on there with them. Just visited Doug and the crew at the Clemson store today to pick up the pie of the week. Let me show it to you. Stoner's Joint Pizza, folks. See that? Are you seeing that? Okay. All right, watch this. Pie of the week is here. Look at this thing. OMG. Look at that. Look at that. And I'm about to take a big old honking bite of that. Watch this. Oh my God. Okay. Sorry about talking with my mouth full. But Dave Portnoy has his ratings. Clemson Sports News got one. This is a 10.5. This is the most awesome pepperoni pizza I've ever had. Now, this is our first one. Each week, we're going to get a different thing off the menu. They're going to send it to us. We're going to taste test it here on the air. Stoner's Joint Pizza, folks. Go see them. Thanks, guys, for the pies. And let's not forget all the rest of our sponsors. Ingalls, Benson Ford, Oakway Tractor. And today, our subtitle sponsors. We always include, obviously, we got Ingalls, Benson Ford, Oakway Tractor. Those are our three main title sponsors because they, let's be honest with you, give us the big bucks. Now, our subtitle sponsors this week, meaning guys, the mom and pop companies, the mid-sized companies, the guys underneath, okay? Silos Brewing Company in Easley. You can't find a cooler place to go hang out and have a beer, chill out with some friends, grab a bite to eat, watch a cool band, anything. They got cool things going on all the time. It's a community gathering place. It reminds me of a German beer garden, an actual German beer garden. That's at the Silos in Easley. It's the Silos Brewing Company. One of our guys. Brand new. Joey Martin and J.W. Martin Real Estate Company here on 123 in Clemson. Joey told me that, yes, in his office yesterday, they sold over 300 homes last year. Folks, if you want your home sold or you need to sell a home, get in touch with Joey and his crew and his group of agents there at J.W. Martin Real Estate, and they will help you out, especially with those lake houses up on the lake. Those lake properties, he's got those things locked down. Sweet Carolina Creamery. This is on Wells Highway across from Borg Warner, right next to Smucker Patio Living and the Donut Wagon. All three of those guys are sponsors. They're all right in one corner. But Sweet Carolina Creamery, soft serve ice cream, OMG, it is so good. They're over there right now. Got a cool little area right there with some Adirondack chairs and fire pit. Get you a piece of ice cream, hang out with your family, get in a little circle, talk to everybody. Under the Sea Aquatics in Seneca. I'm a reef tanker. Right next to me, about 5 feet away, is a beautiful reef tank. I've been doing reefs for 25, 30 years. It's expensive and a hobby to have, but it's just something I do. Under the Sea Aquatics is a great place because right here in the little northwestern corner of South Carolina, you've got it's an oasis. You walk in there, and there's all these tropical fish. They've got saltwater fish, they've got freshwater fish, they've got corals, they've got freshwater plants, they've even got reptiles, and they've got a lot of cool stuff. That is Under the Sea Aquatics. That's in Seneca. And finally, I just saw this gentleman today doing an install. And I'm telling you, I should have had my camera with me doing a video because it would have been a great testimonial. He was installing at a business, I won't name them, and he was inside there with his crew. And I watched them, and they were doing a window tinting install in a business. And you should have seen the A-B difference between the two windows, the windows that were getting tinted and the ones that weren't. Amazing work. That is Chuck and the folks at Solar Shield in Seneca, South Carolina. Solar Shield Seneca. Go there, ask for Chuck, tell him Clemson Sports News sent you. And guys, softball tonight, 9 p.m. Be there. It's on ESPN or ESPN2. Tomorrow, 1 p.m. pitch for Clemson versus Georgia Tech. Some other news we could give you. Let's see here. The baseball tournament selection show will be Monday morning at noon. Monday afternoon at noon on ESPN2. We've been invited by Clemson's baseball staff and their media company, their SID, media SID, Brian Hennessy, to attend. As the team finds out where and when they'll be playing in the 2025 NCAA baseball tournament, because regardless of the results of the baseball season this weekend, they're still going to go to the tournament. We'll just find out where and when. We'll be there. I'll have someone there covering that. But we just got that. And then what else? That's about it, man. Next weekend, there's a big recruiting weekend. It's called Official Visit Weekend. We're going to be previewing all that stuff next week. Memorial Day is this week, guys. You know, it's a solemn occasion. Everybody thinks it's the start of summer. It is the start of summer officially, but at the same time, remember what it means to all of us. A lot of our family members, a lot of our friends, relatives, just acquaintances have given the ultimate gift so that we can all be here today and enjoy the freedoms that we have and to be able to breathe what we call free air. So remember that this weekend as you go about your business. And God bless everybody. Have a great weekend, and go Tigers. See you on Monday.